So I'm going to 2 weddings this November. One of them I am a bridesmaid, so I had a dress that I needed to pick out. This is actually from a shop called Birdie Gray, which I thought was like a cool concept. They're all like under $100. Quality is like actually really nice. She said that they run big, but I feel like this one's pretty comfortable. Like I feel like this is the right size for me. But yeah, all of her bridesmaids are gonna be in this like taupe color. It's really pretty. I feel like I need to get it steamed or something, but I have never really seen myself in like these long elegant dresses, so it's kind of weird to be honest, but I like it. I feel very beautiful. How cute is this toaster? Unfortunately, we don't really have any room to leave it out. I'm so excited to try this. Literally heard everyone and their mothers raving about this, but I tried their like cosmic something and it was a really sweet, even though I don't think there's any sugar in this. Yeah, there's no sugar. If you guys know energy drinks, there's an energy drink named Rain. It's like a really good sweet treat, strongly sweet flavored, but these are really pretty. I just think they're like aesthetically really cute. I'm probably not gonna drink the whole thing. I can't drink like full energy drinks. Even Celsius, like I can only drink half. Look who just woke up. We have a doctor's appointment though for this one, so we have to go kind of far, but yeah, I've had like a rough couple of, actually last 24 hours. I go up and down, and honestly days like yesterday I kind of just get in my feels and I think about, you know, my dad a lot. I think about Nova, and then I think about everything that happened, and I get in kind of this like victim mentality of like, I don't know, I still have things to overcome that I've dealt with that I've kind of just not really been able to process through. And there's a lot of like comparison going on, and that actually leads me into today's sponsor, which is BetterHelp. So I think therapy is very important. Always been wanting to go to therapy. It's a really good way to talk your feelings out to a third party and kind of get a new perspective from a different person, and a licensed person at that. But it can be extremely expensive. It's time consuming. It's a lot to take on your mental health, which is sad because I feel like everyone needs to be given the opportunity to be able to have therapy at access. And so BetterHelp is a really good option for specifically those things. They're super convenient because you just take a quiz online, they'll match you to a therapist, and if you need a new therapist, they can find different therapists that match your specific needs. They're all licensed, professional therapists, experienced, trained, they know what they're doing. Pay a monthly fee rather than a session fee. Like typically in traditional therapy, you pay per session, which is just sometimes not even handled with insurances. Like it's a chunk. So they make it an affordable process as well. So I just think overall it's a great option. I will leave them linked down below. They have a discount code for you guys. You can click on the link in my description box or go to betterhelp.com/ReneeAmber and get 10% off your first month. Are you so cute, my Stingy? Hi, Wawa. Hi, Steens. You're so cute. This is his new thing. He goes, huh. It's that so funny. Alright guys, this is like our once a month big grocery haul. Typically what we'll do is we'll buy a lot of like frozen foods and meats and stuff like that, and then throughout the week we'll buy whatever we need in terms of produce and stuff. Right now it's going to be the bulk of it for the next few weeks. Quick little haul. We've got some almond milk. They ran out of the original unsweetened, so I just ended up picking up this one. This is a really good creamer. So yummy. I got one for my mom. They're usually out of these. Whole bunch of tamales, fruit. We've got some acai, some plum cuts, some strawberries. Xander likes these. These are the burritos. We've got a whole bunch of those. Some cheese. This is Bryson's little section here. Peas. We've got bananas. Got some avocados over there. And then sweet potatoes somewhere. I think there's some sweet potatoes over there as well. So we want to try to get him on some eggs, which we're going to try tomorrow. Some tomatoes and some broccoli. But we got some more vegetables for us. We've got some zucchini, tomatoes. We've got some carrots and green beans, cauliflower, some sauces. We've got salsa, and there's some hummus down there. I usually like to have some nuts, so my nut of choice for this month is pistachios. Got a whole bunch of yogurt, some more cheese, but this is a vegan. Xander was gonna make a Caesar salad. So we've got some lettuce for that, some frozen food, like ready to go options. These are some steak tips. This looked really, really yummy. Ready to go chicken. We've got some frozen breaded chicken. This is their marinated chicken. These are always really, really yummy and they come out really tender. We've got some salmon. Always love to have salmon on hand. This is like my favorite chip ever. And Xander literally went through the whole bag in the car. I helped a little bit, but he pretty much ate that whole bag. We've got lemons, potatoes, like I said, avocados, some onions. And then I'm gonna make this recipe I found on I think it was Michelle Reed's blog, with bananas and peanut butter, dipping them in chocolate and then topping with peanuts. It just sounded really yummy. Olive oil and some sparkling water. And then I picked up some eucalyptus to hang in our shower. So I'm gonna put all of this stuff away. Try to like organize the fridge, get some fruits and veggies prepped and ready for cooking throughout the week, just to make it easier for us. I'm gonna snack on a little Factor smoothie. These are so yummy and so hydrating. They're made with coconut water. This is the tropical fruit one. It's really, really yummy. Last time I did this, Z immediately took these out of the fridge and goes, I'm sorry, how long did you want these to be in the fridge for? He like ate the whole thing, so I'm not gonna show him this time that I cut up a whole bunch of strawberries. But the fridge is stocked. It looks pretty damn good, I must say. But what we typically will do is bring out a few of the meats every week. We'll eat them and then replenish the frozen meats every week. But we've got all the veggies right up front, which I love. Grab and go. We've got a ton of Factor meals, which I'm obsessed with, so that's so great. We are running out of Bryson's food, so we'll make that probably sometime later this weekend. Love that now we have a place to put all of the food scraps or any sort of food that went bad. This will turn into soil later tonight. You just pop them in your plants. Like, it really helps your plants grow and they're thriving. So Bryson is going to be graduating. So this is technically the newborn.
No, the newborn's the bassinet. This is first stage after bassinet.
Okay, and then so basically we're gonna have to like merge the mattress down. He's gonna start like standing, and I don't want him to fall over, so that's got to be done.
Let's see what happens if he sits in here. Huh? You sit right here.
I mean,
you're gonna pull yourself up? I doubt it.
He was standing earlier this morning on the bed. And once it happens, it'll happen. We can't stop you.
Put your feet through this little. Put your feetsies through the holes.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Mama. Is that funny? Is that funny? He says, Daddy, graduate me. Dusted the leaves on the fig plant, and basically you just take them and glide your hands over the leaves. It's like a gentle way to dust the leaves. It's super easy. I'll link them down below. They're from Amazon. But I will say, ever since we got the Lomi, which basically turns all of our wasted produce and like food scraps into soil, we've been seeing new sprouted like leaves from our plants. They are literally thriving. We've got two sprouting here on this plant too. They're doing so good. I love it. I did a little bit of journaling earlier this morning. I've been keeping a journal. I don't have to like force myself to do it. It's honestly whenever I get that spark, jot things down, my ideas. I kind of wanted to create some end of the year intentions for myself. It looks like my head's on fire right now. I did this to be cozy, but honestly, it's not working. We're gonna turn that off. One of the intentions that I want to create is becoming a homemaker. I want my children to always feel like I created a safe space. So I put in here to provide and some things that go along with what I want to provide in terms of a home, and then to create a home and some things that I want to do to create home within the home. I also really want to focus on slow living. I've kind of touched on this in previous videos. Sometimes feel a lot of pressure, like I'm in like a pressure cooker. I didn't want to write no pressure in my journal because I try to create the opposite. I want to make sure that I'm creating words that I want to bring in, not words that I'm trying to release. The opposite of pressure to me is release. Hold on, Bryson's crying. Are you okay, Mom? I know. Boingy, boingy, boing. Breathe. Hi, Bryson. Oh my God. Are you gonna be fussy while Mama's filming? What if I just give you my phone? It's like obsessed with the phone. Yeah, so I put in here release. I put in natural dopamine. So I've heard of dopamine detoxes before. There's so many bad releases of dopamine in today's world. Like there is social media, there's TV, things that give you bad dopamine and you get almost kind of addicted to that dopamine where your body like craves it and needs it to feel happy, but it can give you so many worse side effects. And so I came across this Instagram reel the other day that was showing examples of natural dopamine, and I just thought that was such a great thing to focus on. Instead of detoxing all the bad things, why don't you just implement more of the good dopamine? Because dopamine's so good for your brain. Like I don't want to like not have dopamine. That's like one of the 4 happy chemicals. And then romanticize small moments. I typically am always like one ahead. So if I'm cooking and I'm filming for cooking, it's like I'm cooking so that I can get the clips for the video, and then I have to think about when I'm eating. When I'm eating, I'm thinking, okay, I have to clean this, and that. Like I'm always one step and I'm literally never in the moment. I've started to slowly just intentionalize what I'm doing and being present with it, even if it's just doing the dishes. If it's just a typical Sunday like today, like light a candle, watch a show, like create romance in the small moments, because I feel like we are always trying to catch the next instant gratification hit. It's just so unhealthy, and it's always like a chase. And so if we just sit there and say we don't need those things, and we can romanticize just the small moments, like a simple walk and watching the sunrise, or you know, having a night routine and just really focusing intentionally with that night routine, it really helps you live day to day and be happy with what you have. And then another thing that I want to do is become a master saver. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with fancy things. Obviously, I feel like everyone kind of craves and wants nice things. I've kind of become accustomed and used to constantly consuming and constantly like relying on these material things. Those things go. go. They're not forever. Everything is temporary, and I feel like I've been a little bit connected to this lifestyle of constantly wanting the next thing and kind of almost keeping up with the Joneses, if you will. So I want to detach from worldly things, whether that's a physical item or money itself. Creating generosity within my money, it helps you not hold so tightly to those things when you are in a constant state of giving. And I did that in the beginning of the year, and I kind of stopped, and I want to make sure that I'm continuing to give. I want to create a family budget with Z. When you have shared responsibilities like a kid, it's really important to have shared ideologies when it comes to your finances. And so we kind of did that this morning. Actually, we sat down together and created like some goals for ourselves. Like, we obviously want to buy a house. I wanted a new car, and I kind of released that, and we kind of talked through that. And just having the same goals together was a really fun way to set up new challenges together as a family. And I want to create contentment with what I have rather than buying more things. I've talked about this before, getting help with Bryson. I've definitely opened up more about this, having him as a premature baby and not having another child to compare with, and he's like my first and my only. I'm slowly opening up to the idea about possibly getting help, but I feel like having a consistent routine, also socializing him possibly, maybe putting him in some sort of school a couple days a week. We're open to that, and I'm just gonna dive into that possibility of that. And so I want to kind of just like scope that out before the end of the year. That way I can actually focus on my work and alone time and being able to get things done. The last one that I have is to release my trauma. I've been struggling with this. It's more so like everything that I dealt with. I want to say I sulk in it sometimes. It's not that it feels good to sulk, but it's almost like I never released it. It all kind of bubbles up to the surface, and I want to make sure that I'm going forward into my future without bringing the burden of trauma from the past, because you cannot move back and forward at the same time, which is actually something that my preacher preached today, which is insane. Like, it just spoke to me. He said something that really struck a chord. He said, if you don't deal with the trauma from your past, your friends, family, and children will have to deal with it in the future. Kept saying, you've got to move on, you've got to move on. And it was like this aha moment for myself. I want to heal my past. Don't let the bad of the past season create bitterness in your current season, and that you've got to walk forward with wholeness in your heart and to push forward towards what God has in store for you, instead of taking that trauma and not being able to move forward, or moving forward, like I said, with bitterness in any way. And I felt like I was having a little bit of both, and that's not something that I want to live with. Slowly but surely happening, but I would love to heal from that. I like journaling now. It's like my new favorite thing. Sit here and finish editing this vlog. I love the end of a Sunday, like the start of a week when I have everything cleaned and organized, laundry's done. Like, it just feels so good. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little slow, casual weekend with us. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon.